time for our panel of the day now. Broadcaster Mel Homer and former National MP Simon Bridges. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you both for joining us. We have an interview coming up before 9 about teaching kids to win and lose humbly. And I guess this is kind of relevant at the moment because a lot of us have been watching Commonwealth Games. Your kids, Simon, I guess have seen you in that position.
They've seen me lose.
Well, I was just trying to put it kindly. But did you talk to them about that?
Oh, we do, and but also themselves, right? I mean, when they're younger, and one's still 4, but the board games and stuff, there's always, that's a lot of tension, and everyone has to win, and people aren't happy. Young people aren't happy when they win. But I think the things that we would say to them and do say to them, when you think about it, is try your best, but you don't always win, right? And helping them to understand that. Yep, go for it. But actually, if you come 3rd or 4th, and the other thing you get across 3 kids is they're good at different things, right? They're not all going to be the #1 athlete or the #1 maths kid, but one might be good at art, and so yeah.
Do you want them to be though? Do you say your goal is to win?
Yeah, but doing that in a healthy way. You absolutely want them to win. You don't want, as I say, there's not a certificate for participation, and you need to understand that. And excellence is good, but also having a healthy sense that if
you
for
lose,
some reasons
we'll still take you home in the car.
We're not going to sort of make you walk behind the car. No,
still buy you the hot chocolate after soccer.
Yeah,
but there are certificates for participation, as we know these days. My youngest just turned 16 yesterday, but so slightly different on the sidelines. But I think they've got to. I mean, you've got to show them that it's not everything to win, but it's still blooming nice to win. Totally. It is good to go out there and try and win your football game or your rowing or whatever, anything like that. It is nice, but it's really important to teach them to be good losers.
Totally. And actually, so my middle son, I'll be careful, but he's at school, so you won't see this. He's just won the principal certificate, right? And he's so chuffed, and that's fantastic. But actually, we've got to make sure he's I don't want to sound PC, but healthy about that, right? It's not over the top. Like, it's not kind of, I am like principal's #1 guy, No, you won that. That is awesome. We're excited for you, but don't be a dick.
Do you think that happens in politics as well, winning humbly?
Did you get the principal certificate in politics?
I don't think I ever did. No, I don't think. I think I got plenty of sort of participation awards and stuff. In politics, well, it is a competitive. John Key used to say, I think he's right. It's a franchise game, right? So you are there whilst you're part of a team, and that's important. You are also there on your own kind of thing. So you're trying to, I'm good at that. I can do that. But yeah, I think the better ones keep that in check, actually.
Yeah, totally. And you've got to know how to lose gracefully, don't you? Because it happens to every single politician. It's not like you ever get away with...
And every day.
Yeah.
Right? If you do a bad interview, or why did I say that? It's kind of like, I'm not going to beat myself up about that. I might learn from it and maybe don't say X, Y, and Z next time, but I'm not going to beat yourself up.
No, if you beat yourself up every time you made a mistake or said something silly, you'd have a very bruised face.
Yeah.
I would have a very, very bruised face and all over my body.
Yeah. Hey, we want to talk this morning about the tour of Samoa that some of our politicians are on at the moment. There's a friendship tour that's going on basically for 24 hours, bit of a whirlwind. And we have been all morning talking about a team bonding experience that these politicians could be on. Because you must... Here's a photo of them here.
These politicians over in Samoa.
Celebrity Treasure Island, out of here or something.
It's funny you say that. Viewers have suggested maybe they should go on a Celebrity Treasure Island with Winston Peters as the host. People have also suggested paintball or an escape room. Those have been some of our suggestions so far.
But in all seriousness, people have found it refreshing to see politicians of all stripes and colours coming together. Are there some areas, Mel, that you wish we could see our politicians work together on a bit more?
Oh, everything? Shall we say? Let's just think about that for a moment. Actually, rather than just coming out and saying what they're going to do with the next election if they get in, actually working together to get some stuff done now, as in making everyone feel safer, fixing the roads. I was in your old area in Tauranga on the weekend. Cameron Road, what a nightmare that is. There's Rocos everywhere.
No, actually, I was going to be political. No, I'm not.
Go on, who you going
No. It was much better in my day.
Was it, Simon Bridges? Was it really?
No, it's a mess at the moment.
But it would be nice to see just to come together and just get a few things done, rather than there seems to be a lot of chat and talk about things.
Yeah.
And look at me, jazz hands, where nothing seems to get achieved. If they could all just, exactly, get on an island and sort stuff out.
Is it a little bit maybe similar to the topic we were talking about at the start, where you're seen as losing if you concede that there might be an area that you need to work on together?
So sometimes I think there's some big things, where I think about me, but also about like climate change. Come together. Actually, you know what? There's a law, and we're all going to agree on that. I think the international arena is another good example, right? So they're all over there. And, trade, and so there are some things which are really good. I mean, think the thing about these trips. When I reflect on it, you're there with other politicians, with other parties, is you end up really getting on with them, because you actually got a lot in common, right? I mean, you're all kind of political junkies. You're interested in the same things and ideas and policies. So that's maybe a danger of these trips, is they'll all be singing Kumbaya by the end if they're not careful.
Is there a danger too, though, when you say, talk about cross-party collaboration, that actually sometimes that slows things down? Sometimes, and there's some situations actually where you need someone to go, right, this is what we want to do, we're going to do it, and we're going to just get it done.
A little bit. I think that's true, because consultation and consensus takes time. And sometimes, things do need to move. I think the other thing that's true, and agreement is always good if you can get it, but what is true in politics, and we can't sort of get away from it, is there are differences. There are different sort of value sets and views on the left and the right. So that always will be there, and we can't sort of wish that away. But on some big things, if parties can come together, it's fantastic.
All right. Thanks, guys.